The Jordan Show on YouTube.
All right, welcome everybody to another deep dive. Today we're gonna take a look at Sequoia Capital.
Okay.
One of the biggest venture capital firms in the world, and really one that's been
Right.
kind of at the forefront of technology for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
So pretty much since the beginning of the personal computer revolution and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So this should be exciting. And I've got an expert here with us
Yes.
to walk us through this. So
Happy to be here.
excellent. So let's just jump right in. So Sequoia Capital, founded in 1972
Yes.
by Don Valentine.
That's right.
Now Valentine,
An interesting guy.
came from kind of a technical background.
Mm-hmm.
He worked at National Semiconductor.
Yeah, that's right.
So he had an understanding of, how this stuff worked.
For sure.
And I think that kind of informed how he approached investing,
Absolutely.
because he was really big on this idea of investing in people, not products.
People first, for sure.
Right. But,
Yeah.
but what does that actually mean?
Well, I think back then in the 70s,
Yeah.
a lot of venture capitalists were really focused on the product.
Right.
Does it work? What's the market size?
Yeah.
Can we make money?
Is this the next big thing?
Right. And Valentine, he took a very different approach. He
Mm-hmm.
really believed in finding those founders who had a vision,
Okay.
who had, an incredible drive, an incredible work ethic.
Right.
And he knew that if he found the right people, the products would follow.
So he was looking for almost like personality traits
Absolutely.
rather than like a specific
Oh, yeah.
product idea or market.
Passion, resilience,
Okay.
the ability to kind of see around corners and anticipate what's coming next.
Got it.
These are the qualities he looked for in a founder.
And so obviously if you're looking at those kinds of qualities, like you can't really quantify that.
No.
So it must have been a little bit of a gamble.
It was a huge gamble, but,
Yeah.
it paid off
Yeah.
in a big way.
I mean, look at some of the early companies that Sequoia invested in. Apple, Atari,
Apple, Atari, Oracle.
Cisco Systems.
Yeah, I mean, these are massive companies even today.
Giants.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, they were there at the ground floor.
At the very beginning.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible to see that.
So let's talk about some of those early wins.
Okay.
I mean, how did Valentine, I guess, see the potential in somebody like Steve Jobs?
That's a great question.
Right. I mean, personal computers back then were, kind of a hobbyist thing.
Yeah, a niche market.
Yeah, it wasn't like everybody had a computer in their house.
Right, exactly.
So, what did Valentine see?
I think he saw that burning ambition in Jobs.
Oh.
That relentless pursuit of perfection
Okay.
and the vision, right? To make technology accessible to everyone. Not just for engineers and hobbyists,
Right.
but for everyone.
So it sounds like a lot of this early success had to do with Valentine's unique vision.
But the firm obviously has continued to be successful long after Valentine.
Right.
Step back a little bit from day-to-day operations.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is because they've had this kind of string of really amazing leaders.
For sure.
I mean, Michael Moritz,
Norman Cornritz, yeah.
Doug Leone, Roloff Botha. These are all people who have kind of left their mark on the firm.
They each brought something unique to the table.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about them and their contributions.
Well, Michael Moritz, he joined Sequoia in the 80s.
Okay.
And he had this incredible ability to spot disruptive technologies.
Right.
He saw the potential of Google early on.
Really?
Yeah, invested in PayPal and really understood the power of the internet before many others did.
Interesting.
And then Doug Leone, he came in and he really expanded Sequoia's global footprint.
Okay.
He recognized that innovation wasn't limited to Silicon Valley.
Right.
He saw the potential in China, India, other parts of the world, and really helped Sequoia become a global force.
So kind of pushing that vision outward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you've got Roloff Botha,
Right, Botha.
who, he has this knack for spotting companies that become cultural phenomena.
Okay.
He invested in YouTube, Square, WhatsApp.
Oh.
These companies that have really changed the way we live and interact with the world.
Yeah. So it seems like they've really been able to adapt over time
For sure.
and kind of stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah, they have this incredible ability to evolve
Yeah.
and adapt to the changing landscape.
Okay. So we've talked a lot about the people who have been at the helm of Sequoia and
Yeah.
kind of their unique, contributions
Yeah.
to the firm's success.
Absolutely.
But it's obviously more than just writing checks. Right?
No, it's much more than that.
I mean, how does Sequoia actually help these founders build these world-changing companies?
Well, I think mentorship is a huge part of it.
Okay.
They really foster this collaborative environment.
Where founders can connect with each other, share their experiences,
Okay.
learn from each other's successes and failures.
So it's almost like a support network.
Exactly. They have events, they have platforms
That's-
where their portfolio companies can interact
Okay.
and really learn from each other.
So kind of leveraging that collective knowledge and experience.
Absolutely.
And I guess that makes sense, right? Because a lot of these companies are doing things that have never been done before.
Exactly.
So there's no real playbook.
Right.
So, having access to other people who are going through similar challenges
Yeah.
must be incredibly valuable.
It's invaluable.
Yeah. And I think that's also probably contributed to their global impact
Right.
because it's not just about Silicon Valley anymore, right?
No, they've gone global
Yeah, they've invested in companies all over the world.
all over the world.
And it seems like they've really helped to shape these startup ecosystems
Absolutely.
in places like Asia and Europe. They've been instrumental.
So it's pretty amazing to see how that initial vision of Don Valentine has really had this ripple effect
Absolutely.
and kind of fostered innovation across the globe.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So I guess to kind of wrap things up, what are some of the key takeaways?
I think the big takeaway is the power of people.
Okay.
The people-centric approach
Right.
that Don Valentine pioneered, this idea of investing in exceptional individuals,
Yeah.
fostering collaboration, providing long-term support.
Okay.
I think that's the secret sauce.
And that's created a legacy that continues to this day.
Continues to this day, shaping the tech landscape.
Wow. I mean, it makes you wonder,
What's next?
yeah, what are those next game-changing companies going to look like?
Exactly.
And who are going to be the people who, fund them and mentor them?
The next generation.
Yeah. So I guess that's something for all of you to think about. What do you think is the most important quality for an entrepreneur? What does it take to really change the world? Let us know. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of Sequoia Capital. And be sure to check out the show notes for links to more information. See you next time.